Hi everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Karima,
Hi
and this
guys,
is
Mariana is here too. Hi
hi
guys.
again. For those who know us, you know that we're here to do your horoscope. Welcome for everybody who is new. Mariana and I usually do like to do an horoscope for each season of the zodiac, basically. So
Hmm.
the first part is our general reading that we're doing on the podcast of the Modern Witches, and we just talk about basically the transit that is happening from during all the seasons. So for this one, for Gemini season, from the
Hmm.
20th of May to the 20th of June.
Hmm.
And then we usually come on YouTube and do an horoscope. So it's about 10 minutes horoscope for each sign of the zodiac. So you can look at your sun, at your moon, or at your ascendant, and look what resonates with you. Sometimes it's like two signs and it's like a good general reading for you. But we
Hmm.
highly advise to look and to listen to the podcast and the general reading because you will have more insight about all the transit. In the horoscope, we really focus on specific ones.
Yeah,
What else? We're just excited to be with you
I'm
guys
so
and
excited. Gemini season is ahead of us, so it's gonna be a good one. It's a lighter energy season as
yep,
a mutable sign. So check out all your placements.
for sure. And feel free to likes, feel free to comments, feel free to tell us if it resonates with you or not, or what you're going through. It's always helpful for other people to know what the same family sign are living through, or even for us, Mariana and we can see what is very important for you.
For sure.
So I
Now we're
think
gonna
that's
do
it.
the sign by sign. So go
Go
ahead and.
for it.
Hey, hi, dear Sagittarius. Welcome to your Gemini season horoscope. I'm here with Karima, and we are so happy to welcome you back. Or if you're new listener, welcome as well. We're very happy that you're here. So, guys, Sagittarius, Sun is activating your seventh house from May 20th, which is a house that is responsible for your most important one on one relationships, romantic, business, professional. We're dealings with other people like marriage, contracts, relationships, legal matters. Sometimes it's also affected by the seventh house. This is a time where there is all the energy going to to the place in your chart that has to do with making agreements, finding connections with people you wanna work with, you wanna be with, you wanna like it's a very personal part of your chart. And honestly, the whole energy of the Gemini season, I feel like for Sagittarius is just like so much fun because you have Mars and Jupiter activating your fifth house in Aries. This is just like sparks flying in the part of your chart that has to do with creativity, with hobbies, with romance, with love,
With
with all
pleasure.
pleasure, with all things fun. You know, also it's a house that has to do with children and I don't know, something, like birthing something into the world. It can be a project, it can be actual child. Things like that are very prominent for Sagittarius people. So it's just Sun in the seventh house, Mars and Jupiter in your fifth house, all very fiery and airy. It's a very creative time for Sagittarius people, I feel like, right, Karima?
Yeah, I love this energy for them, and I guess they need it right now because Jupiter was in Pisces, which was nice in their fourth house, which was home related,
Yeah.
and now that with Jupiter in Aries, that's going to stay a year. So we just have to say it's also a very fertile place. So if you want to don't get pregnant, make sure that you do everything that you need to do. But it is a place where usually is very uplifted for the mood, for the soul. It's very a place where we get interest on every a lot of different thing when we want to just enjoy more than like and create more than like achieve absolutely is also just enjoying the process of creativity in the process of enjoying something to do what you like to do.
For sure.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it can be writing, it can be art, it can be walking, it can be running, it can be anything. It's also so it's very funny because you have the sun in Gemini, so highlighting your relationship, and at the same time you have Mars and Jupiter in a place that represent love and romance and just love affair.
Yeah.
There can be a lot of triggering thing around this, like relationship. Is it serious? Is it not? Should I have fun? Should I not have fun? Like,
You should have fun.
yeah, definitely should have fun with that.
You know what I'm thinking with this, because the ruler of your seventh house, Mercury, and ruler of Gemini is retrograde until June 3rd. There can be some miscommunications in that part of your life, and all the relationship, they can be misunderstandings, mishaps, a little like things like that. So relationships that I mean, if you're single, for example, might be good. Anything that happens probably before June 3rd, unless it's something that's came back, probably would be more of a fun affair, because the fifth house is also very activated. But after June 3rd, as Mercury goes direct, especially once it enters back in Gemini on June 14th, you are really like ready to go and explore life in terms of like fun relationships. One thing to mention, that your sixth house of routine is activated through Venus and Mercury retrograde being there. So here there might be some kind of Venusian things that you introduce in your life, or are introduced through partners into your life, that are revolutionary for you because you have Uranus in your sixth house. Some habit, some food routine, some exercise, just something that you do day in and day out is really like expanding your life. It can be introduced, it can happen through hobbies, through partnership, through actually your work too.
And I cannot stop thinking with this Venus in your like schedule, your work schedule, is how that can bring pleasure into that.
Yeah.
Because with Mars and Jupiter, they're gonna push you to be more creative. They're gonna push you to have more pleasure, to have more fun. And when Venus going also in the sixth house in your work schedule and your health, is how I can have pleasure with all of that. How I can integrate pleasure in my time, in my work. And it's funny because of course I pull up a card for you, and you have the Ten of Cups, which is very, very, very nice. It's like you can see a family enjoying the sun. The Ten of Cups is the last card of the Family of Cups, and it's coming to achievement, to pleasure, to emotional stability, to enjoyment. And we can stop thinking of the fifth house with that card. It's a time where we usually enjoy more being in the present moment instead of like planning everything for the future and trying to see how I can implement pleasure in my daily life. It's more important family, friends, spending time with people we love, enjoying going out, than actually our destiny into the world. Well, it's very different for Sagittarius because Sagittarius are very outgoing signs. They always want to move forward. They always seek higher thing. But by doing this, by focusing on your family, on your friendship, on your pleasure, on how more like thinking of the present moment, you're actually doing a higher step, because at the bottom of the deck you had the Eight of Cups, which is some people will interpret it like cups. The 8 cups that you're seeing here are like things that you build up in your entire life, of things you believe, your work, your achievement, and you decide to leave them and go higher. So it may be a shift of perception for you during Mars and Jupiter time in the fifth house, when you seek higher knowledge and higher learning or higher desire, like going higher in vibration by actually enjoying more and be emotionally more satisfied.
For sure. You know what I'm thinking towards you said to the Eight of Cups, because you have Sagittarius, you have full moon in Sag in your first house on May 15th.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
You know, it's very much about living some form of shape of yourself. I'm finishing up something, that moon, yeah, the full moon, and you're walking away from something that has come to a conclusion. It's not a bad thing. It's just something that's came full circle and now it's done. It can be an idea. It can be an idea about who you are, what brings you fulfillment, because cups are fulfillment, right? So maybe you do need that 10 of cups. And the new moon in Gemini, the 7th house on April 29th. Hold on, is it May 29th though? Sorry guys, we have April 29th here, but it's on May 30th.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. It's okay. So May 30th. But the thing is, with this new moon in Gemini in the 7th house, like, what do you do? How do you bring joy in your life through the partnerships in your life? It's that 10 of cups. What brings you 10 of cups and what needs to be left behind?
Yeah.
What's no longer fulfilling. So I think it's beautiful. Like with the cards that you pulled, it's just such a full circle kind of beautiful energy. So Gemini, Sagittarius, we as we record this, by the way, guys, Mercury is retrograde, and I feel like every third word that comes out of my mouth is not the right word. So we wish you the great Gemini season, and we hope to see you for the Cancer season. We love you guys.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.